Do you feel it? That strange pull in your chest right now? It's not anxiety. It's not random. You clicked on this video at this exact second because you are being called. A message has been trying to reach you, but you've been too busy, too distracted to listen. You have skipped it 100 times. But not today. Today, you have exactly 45 minutes before the door closes. Listen carefully. The problem was never that God wasn't speaking. The problem is that you stopped expecting Him to speak in your ordinary moments. You thought the answer would come in a lightning bolt, in a lottery ticket, in a dramatic rescue. But God is speaking right now. Through this silence, through these words, through the very longing that brought you here. He has been trying to reach you, and in your busyness, in your distraction, in your fear, you have kept hitting skip. You treated the divine like a song you didn't want to hear. But love doesn't give up. So He has chosen this moment, this unlikely video, to get your full, undivided attention. Because what is coming is too important to miss. Let me be clear, something is about to happen in your life. Something unexpected. It is already in motion. It could manifest in the next moment, the next hour, or the next day. The when is not for you to know. The what is being revealed right now. This event will be a fork in the road of your entire existence. One path leads to a continuation of everything you already know, the same struggles, the same cycles, the same quiet despair masked as normal life. The other path leads to a disruption so profound it will feel like being born a second time. It will shatter the old shell you've been living in. This unexpected thing is not a punishment. It is a divine correction. It is the universe, it is God, it is your own highest self finally stepping into course correct a life that has drifted far, far off its intended path. You have been living a version of your life that is only a fraction of what it was meant to be. You have settled for shadows when you were promised light. This event is the catalyst that will force you to choose the light, even if it blinds you at first. I know what you're thinking. Is this real, or is this just another video? The very fact that you are asking, that you are doubting but still listening, is the first proof. That conflict inside you is the sign. Your spirit recognizes this truth, but your mind is fighting it. Your mind is the guardian of the familiar prison. It is screaming at you right now to click away, to dismiss this, to go back to what is safe and known. But your spirit is leaning in. Your spirit is hungry. It has been starving on a diet of empty routines and unfulfilling connections. It is starving for a purpose that shakes the walls. This message is food for your spirit. This is the bread you've been wandering in the desert to find. Look at your life. Look at the pattern of your last few years. Hasn't it felt like running on a treadmill? Working hard, moving fast, but arriving nowhere new. Relationships that drain you instead of fill you. Goals that feel empty once you reach them. A lingering sense that there is a more you are missing. That is the feeling of the timer that has been ticking your whole life. You were born with a mission, with a specific purpose to fulfill, with love to give that only you can give. But you got lost in the world's noise. You got lost in survival. You forgot the map. This feeling of being lost, that is the warning bell. That is God trying to reach you. He is not trying to reach you to scold you. He is trying to reach you to rescue you. To remind you of who you are. To reactivate the power that sleeps inside your bones. Do not make the mistake of thinking you have unlimited time. You do not. This window, this specific alignment of energy and possibility, is finite. It is a celestial door that is open now because you have finally, gotten quiet enough to hear the knock. But doors can close. Opportunities sent by heaven can be missed if we are too attached to our own plans, too afraid to let go of what we have. What you are being offered is a trade. You must be willing to trade your familiar misery for an unfamiliar glory. You must be willing to trade your controlled, small life for a life of faith that feels like freefall. It is the hardest and most beautiful trade you will ever make. And the negotiation starts now. Within the next moments of your real time, after this video ends, you will be tested. A situation will arise, a thought will pop into your head, a person will call or text, a memory will surface. It will seem ordinary, but it will be the first test. It will be the first chance to either walk the new path or retreat to the old one. This is how God works. He speaks through your reality. He uses the mundane to deliver the miraculous. That phone call you're waiting for. That decision you're avoiding. That forgiveness you're refusing to give. That is the terrain of your test. Pay extreme attention to everything that happens immediately after this. The next moments are a sacred container. What you do in them sets the frequency for what happens next. You are not alone in this. The feeling of isolation, the belief that no one sees your struggle, is a lie. You are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses you cannot see. Guides, ancestors, angels, they have been maneuvering things behind the scenes, trying to gently push you towards this moment. They have been softening blows, delaying disasters, creating chance encounters, all to buy you time until you are ready to hear this. You are ready now. The sheer fact that you are still listening means your soul is shouting, yes, even if your lips are silent. They are celebrating right now. Because you are finally listening. You have finally stopped skipping the call. Now, I need you to do something with me. For just these next few seconds, press pause on your doubts. I want you to close your eyes. Go on, do it. I'll wait. Pause for 5 seconds in the script. With your eyes closed, I want you to place your hand over your heart. Feel it beating. That rhythm is the drum of your purpose. Now, ask yourself one question, silently: what is the one thing I am most afraid to let go of? Got it? That thing, that person, that belief, that memory, that is the weight that is keeping you from stepping through the door. That is what you are being asked to release. Not tomorrow, not next week. The work begins the moment this video ends. The release begins with a single, silent decision in your heart. I am ready. Say it. I am ready. When you open your eyes, something will have shifted. The air will feel different. You will feel different. You have just set an intention in the spiritual realm. You have just sent up a flare that says, I surrender. I am ready for the unexpected. And heaven has just nodded. The machinery of miracles has begun to turn for you. The next part of this message will reveal the 3 specific signs that will confirm this is real for you. It will show you the practical, tangible things to look for in your daily life that prove God is moving. But that is for the next step. First, you must navigate these moments. Walk in awareness. Walk in faith. Make the choice that aligns with your whispered, I am ready. You're back. You made it. And the fact that you are here, that you chose to continue, is the first confirmation. That decision you made after the last video ended, whether it was a quiet prayer, a moment of silence, or even a feeling of resolve, that was your first step. You passed the initial test. You didn't shut the door. And because you did, I can now show you the map. I can reveal the 3 signs that are being placed in your path, right now, to prove that this message is for you and that the shift has already begun. These are not grand, dramatic signs for the whole world to see. They are intimate. They are for you alone. They are God's way of whispering your name in the chaos. You must pay attention. The first sign will be a sudden memory. Out of nowhere, in the middle of your day, you will be ambushed by a memory. It will be a specific moment from your past. It might be a happy memory, a painful one, or even one that seems trivial. But it will come with a clarity and an emotional charge that stops you in your tracks. You will feel it in your gut. This is not random nostalgia. This is a spiritual landmark being highlighted. God is using this memory as a key. He is showing you a moment where your path diverged, where you made a choice out of fear instead of faith, where you accepted a lie about yourself, or where you walked away from a piece of your true destiny. That memory is surfacing now because it is time to heal it. It is time to reclaim the power you lost in that moment. The emotion you feel, the regret, the longing, the joy, is the fuel for your next step. Do not ignore this memory. Sit with it. Ask it, why are you showing yourself to me now? The answer will come. This is sign 1. The second sign will be a blocked path. Very soon, you will encounter a closed door. A plan you had will suddenly fall through. An expectation will not be met. A person you were counting on will become unavailable. Your initial reaction will be frustration. You will think it's a setback, bad luck, or a rejection. I am telling you now, it is divine protection. It is a redirect. God is not taking something away from you. He is removing a detour that would have led you back to the old cycle. That blocked path is a sign of His fierce love for you. He is literally standing in front of a road that leads to more of the same pain and whispering, not for you. Not anymore. You must look for the new path that opens up in its place. It might be smaller, less obvious, or require humility. It will be the right one. When you see a door slammed shut in your face, do not pound on it. Turn around. The open window will be there. This is sign 2. The third sign will be an unlikely messenger. Pay very close attention to the people you encounter. In the next few days, someone will say something to you that will strike you as profoundly odd or perfectly timed. This person might be a stranger in line, a coworker you rarely speak to, a child, or even someone you've had tension with. They will not be dressed in light. They will seem ordinary, but the words they speak will feel like they were meant for your ears only. They will answer a question you've been holding in your heart. They will offer a solution you hadn't considered. They might even repeat a phrase from this video without ever having seen it. This is how heaven communicates when you are awake and listening. The message will not be delivered with a dramatic flourish. It will be casual. It will be easy to miss if you are not watching for it. But you will feel a chill, a knowing, a ping in your spirit. That is your confirmation. Nod to them. Say thank you. And know that you have just received a direct delivery. This is sign 3. These 3 signs, the sudden memory, the blocked path, and the unlikely messenger, are your validation. They are the proof that you are not imagining this. That this is real. When you see the first one, take a deep breath and acknowledge it. When you see the second, surrender your frustration and look for the redirect. When the third one arrives, you will know, beyond any doubt, that you are being guided. That a plan is unfolding for you. That you are loved and watched over in minute detail. But seeing the signs is only half of the journey. The other half is what you do with them. This is where most people fail. They get the sign, they feel the awe, and then they go back to their old patterns of thinking. They receive the message but ignore the instruction. Do not let that be you. Each sign comes with a required action. The memory requires forgiveness, of yourself or another. The blocked path requires surrender, letting go of your way. The unlikely messenger requires humility, accepting help from an unexpected source. Your spiritual growth is not a spectator sport. You must participate. Right now, as you listen, one of these signs is already circling you. It is looking for a way in. Your level of expectation is the doorway. If you finish this video and think, that was interesting, and move on with your day, the signs will be faint, like a radio station full of static. But if you finish this video and decide, I am going to watch for these with all my attention, you will turn the volume up on your spiritual perception. You will see them everywhere. You will realize they have been there all along, but you were tuned to the wrong frequency. I need you to make another decision. Before the next part, where I will tell you exactly what is coming and how to prepare for the unexpected event, you must go on a sign hunt. For the next 24 hours, live as if you are the main character in the most important story ever told, because you are. Look for the memory, accept the blocked path, listen to the messenger, document them, say them out loud. That was sign 1. This act of recognition is a powerful prayer. It tells the universe you are cooperating. You are at the midpoint now. The initial call has been given. The validation system has been revealed. You are no longer in the dark. You have been given a flashlight. What happens next depends entirely on whether you choose to turn it on and use it. The path ahead splits again. One way leads to a life where you see these signs, feel a temporary comfort, and then let the world drown them out again. The other way leads to a life where you learn the language of these signs so fluently that you walk in constant conversation with the divine. Which life do you want? You have seen them, haven't you? The memory that flashed before your eyes with perfect clarity. The plan that dissolved for no logical reason. The words from an unexpected person that landed in the center of your soul. You have seen at least one, maybe all 3, and now you know, this is not a theory. It is your reality. The communication has been established. The bridge between your spirit and the divine is active. Now, we move from validation to revelation. Now, I tell you what this is all for. I pull back the curtain on the unexpected event that is coming. The event is not a single explosion. It is a sequence, a divine sequence. Think of it as a series of waves, each one preparing you for the next, each one washing away what cannot make the journey with you. The first wave is already here. It is the wave of internal collapse. In the days ahead, you will feel a strange emptiness towards things that once defined you. The job that gave you status will feel like a hollow shell. The relationship built on old patterns will feel like a weight. The hobbies you used for escape will no longer distract you. This is not depression. This is divine dissatisfaction. It is God dismantling the false identity you built for survival, brick by brick. It will feel like loss, but it is the necessary clearing of the sacred ground within you. Do not rush to fill this space. Let it be empty. Let it ache. The ache is creating a vacuum that only your true purpose can fill. The second wave is the wave of sudden alignment. As the old structures inside you weaken, you will experience moments of shocking synchronicity in the outside world. You will think of a person, and they will contact you. You will need a resource, and it will appear. A problem that has plagued you for years will find a solution from a source you had given up on. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations that you are moving into your correct lane. The universe is economizing motion for you, smoothing the path, because you have finally decided to walk in the direction of your destiny. Pay meticulous attention to these alignments. They are the breadcrumbs leading you home. Each one is a green light. Your only job is to keep walking. The third and final wave is the wave of the unavoidable choice. This is the climax. This is the unexpected event at the heart of the message. It will present itself as a crossroads so clear, so stark, that there will be no middle ground. You will have to choose. On one side, a choice that represents safety, familiarity, and the approval of others. It will look like the sensible, responsible path. On the other side, a choice that feels like a risk, that defies conventional logic, that makes your heart pound with both terror and excitement. It will feel like jumping off a cliff, but with a quiet, deep knowing it is the only way. This choice will be about your voice, your love, your life's work, or your freedom. It will be the sum total of all the memories, blocked paths, and messages now crystallized into one decision. This is the moment the entire journey has been preparing you for. This is the unexpected thing. Not a disaster, not a lottery win, but a divine summons to your own greatness. It is an event that happens internally, in the silent chamber of your will, and then manifests externally, changing everything around you. It will feel unexpected because your old mind could not have conceived of it. But your spirit has known it was coming all along. Now you know the sequence. The collapse, the alignment, the choice. This knowledge is your power. Forewarned is forearmed. Most people are shattered by the first wave, thinking they are falling apart. They miss the alignments of the second wave, brushing them off as luck. Then, they stand paralyzed at the third wave, the choice, and choose the familiar out of fear. They wake up a year later, wondering why nothing changed. That will not be you. You are different now. You have the map. So, what is the practical preparation? It is not about stocking up on supplies or making grand plans. It is about cultivating a state of inner surrender and fierce awareness. First, when the emptiness of the collapse comes, do not panic. Sit with it. Say, this is the first wave. I am being cleared for what is real. Second, document every alignment. Write it down. Say it out loud. This is the second wave. I am on the right path. This builds your faith muscle. Third, and most important, decide now, before the choice is in front of you, what your core values are. What is non-negotiable for your soul? Peace, truth, creative freedom, love. Decide now so that when the storm of the decision arrives, you are anchored to your own truth, not tossed by the opinions of others. The event is coming, but you are not a passive recipient. You are a co-creator of it. Your level of readiness determines whether this sequence feels like a gentle transformation or a traumatic upheaval. The more you resist, the more forceful the waves will need to be. The more you surrender and flow, the more grace you will find in the transition. There is one more thing, a key that very few understand. Between this moment and the final choice, you must perform one deliberate act of release. You must name and release the single greatest attachment that binds you to the old life. It is the thing you identified when you placed your hand on your heart. That thing, you must perform a ritual of letting go. It could be writing it on paper and burning it safely. It could be speaking it aloud to the night sky. It could be a prayer of relinquishment. This is not symbolic. It is a spiritual transaction. It creates the physical and energetic space for the new to enter. Do this before you watch the final part. You are standing at the threshold. The most powerful part of your story is about to be written. And you will write it with your choices. I will see you in the final part, where we seal this journey. Come having released what must be released. You have arrived. The final piece, the completion of the message that chose you. Look at how far you have come. From that first tug on your spirit, through the signs, through the revelation of the waves, to this exact moment. You are not the same person who clicked on the first video. You have been altered. You have been prepared. And now, we bring it all home. We talk about what happens after the choice. We talk about the life that awaits you on the other side of this divine sequence. This is not an ending. This is the manual for your new beginning. First, Let us be clear about the choice once more. When the unavoidable choice stands before you, and it is inevitable now, you will know it by the silence that surrounds it. In that moment, the noise of the world will fade. The opinions of others will become a distant echo. It will be you, your soul, and two doors. One door is familiar, it is well lit, well traveled, and it promises a known quantity of comfort and validation. The other door is different. It is not as brightly lit. It seems to lead into a mist. It offers no promises, only a profound sense of truth. That is the door you must walk through. That is the door your entire spiritual journey has been architecting. Walking through that door is the final act of surrender and the first act of true power. It is the moment you stop being a character in someone else's story and become the author of your own. What happens the moment you make that choice? A spiritual contract is activated. You have, by your free will, signed the agreement that was written in your soul before you were born. The terms are simple. In exchange for your courage, you are granted clarity. In exchange for your faith, you are granted favor. In exchange for your release, you are granted a realm of new possibilities. The universe begins to reconfigure itself around your decision. People who no longer match your frequency will drift away, not with drama, but with a quiet, natural distance. New people, resources, and opportunities will begin to appear, not as desperate struggles, but as effortless arrivals. This is not magic, this is the law of divine alignment. You have finally put yourself in the correct lane, and the traffic of grace can now flow to you. Your life will begin to operate on a new set of principles. The first principle is divine ease. You will find that the things meant for you start to come with a sense of flow. Obstacles that once seemed immovable will either dissolve or reveal a simple path around them. This does not mean a life without work or challenge. It means the work will feel purposeful, and the challenges will feel like strengthening, not punishment. The struggle against your own nature will cease. You will no longer be trying to become someone you are not, you will be expressing who you have always been. That is the essence of ease. The second principle is resonant connection. The relationships that form from this point onward will be different. They will be built on a foundation of shared truth, not shared need or shared wounding. You will attract people who see you, who understand your language without lengthy explanation. These connections will feel like homecoming. Some will be for a season, to teach you a specific lesson. Others will be for the rest of your journey. You will know the difference by the peace they carry. Loneliness, the deep existential loneliness that haunted you, will begin to evaporate. It will be replaced by a sense of communion, with others, with the world, and most importantly, with yourself. The third principle is guided action. You will no longer have to force, manipulate, or strive in the old, exhausting way. Your guidance will come from intuition, from the signs you have learned to read, and from a deep, internal knowing. Your to-do list will become a to-be list. Your primary action will be to align your energy, to stay in faith, and to act when the inner nudge comes. The plan will unfold step by step, not in a 5-year blueprint. You will learn to walk by faith, not by sight. And in doing so, you will discover that faith is not blind, it is a more refined way of seeing. But this new life requires a new you. An upgraded vessel to hold this new wine. So, we must talk about the maintenance of your spirit. This is your sacred responsibility. You must build a daily practice of anchoring. It does not need to be an hour of meditation. It can be 5 minutes of silence in the morning, hand on heart, remembering who you are and what you have chosen. It is consciously choosing what information you consume, what conversations you engage in, knowing that everything is food for your spirit. You must guard your energy like the sacred temple it has become. This is not selfishness, it is stewardship. A polluted well cannot give clean water. A cluttered spirit cannot transmit clear guidance. Your light is now a service to the world. To keep it bright is your highest duty. There will be moments when the old world tries to call you back. A fear will rise. A doubt will whisper that you made a mistake, that the familiar door was the right one after all. This is the final test. It is the ghost of your former self passing through. When this happens, do not fight it. Acknowledge it. Say, I see you, old fear, but you no longer decide for me. Then, return to your anchor. Recall a sign. Remember a moment of alignment. This is how you reinforce the new neural and spiritual pathways. Each time you do this, you burn the bridge to the old life a little more thoroughly. Now, let us speak of your purpose. Your purpose is not a single job title or a monumental achievement. Your purpose is the quality of energy you bring to every moment. It is the love you choose to express when it is difficult. It is the truth you choose to speak when it is risky. It is the creativity you choose to unleash even when no one is watching. It is the peace you choose to embody in chaos. From this state of being, specific tasks and roles will emerge. You may be guided to write, to heal, to build, to teach, to lead in a new way, but the core is the being, not the doing. You are here to be a living example of a soul that chose faith over fear. That is your ultimate purpose. Every other detail is decoration. This is the grand finale of the message. You were called because you were ready. You were shown signs because you needed proof. You were warned of waves because you needed to be prepared. You were led to a choice because your free will is the most sacred gift. And now you are given the vision of the new life, so you have something to walk toward with hope burning in your chest. The cycle is complete. The message has been delivered. The next move is yours, and yours alone. But you do not walk alone. You never have. The feeling that brought you here, that pull, that ache, that longing, that was never your absence. It was your presence, the presence of God within you, calling you back to yourself. You are not seeking God. God is seeking you, through your own soul's longing. And today, in this moment, you have listened. So go now. Walk through your days with quiet confidence. Make the choice when it comes. Build the new life one anchored moment at a time. You are a creator. You are a light. You are the answered prayer you once whispered in the dark. This is the end of this message, and the beginning of everything else.